en tout état de cause. Et on va commencer par la health tech, on suivra ça par les sujets de cybersécurité, les sujets de biotech et enfin les sujets de agritech et d'agrofinance. Donc merci d'être avec nous, ça va être des formats très courts. On va essayer d'être vraiment to the point et avoir la possibilité de vous donner un peu de l'essence même de ces technologies qu'on pense être les technologies d'avenir et qui vont permettre pour nous de faire face à tous les challenges que nous avons. Voilà, merci à tous. Je laisse la main maintenant à Docline et à toi.
Merci beaucoup, Myriam. Notre talk va être en anglais. Comme ça va convenir aussi à notre ami Omar, juste pour... donc vous allez nous en excuser. En tout cas, bonjour à tous. Hello, Omar. Thank you for joining us at JTEX. Happy to have you here at the TAMWILCOM booth, and happy to have this talk and to share your insights with the audience, your experience. And I'll start with the first question. What is the journey of Docline? What inspired you to start Docline and to tackle problems as big as the healthcare problem?
Thank you, Abdel. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everybody. I'm very happy to be here. First of all, before to share with the audience some context about Docline, I would like to say that this event it's incredible. This is my first time here in JITEX, and I can see that the quality of the event, we can compare it with some international event in Barcelona or London. I'm very, very proud to see what we are doing, to see institutions, different institutions, corporates in such an amazing event. So I think this is very, very positive to bring diaspora, to bring Moroccan talents in different countries and different companies to Morocco and to share this experience. Docline, as Miriam said, and as you say, this is a health tech company based in Spain and Morocco. Basically, we created this company some few years ago. Me and my co-founder Roberto Medina, which is our medical director. And we are a deep tech company. From one part, we have a platform API solution, video consultation, chats, e-prescription. We are integrated with all the pharmacies, all the ecosystem in Spain. And from the other part, we have a medical network, a large medical network in Spain, digital doctors, more than 6,000 digital doctors with more than 20 specialties. So basically, nowadays we are working with insurance companies. This is the most important use case. A group of hospitals. We are let's say, an enterprise solution, enterprise products, working with them, helping them to tackle different challenges.
Thank you. Can you tell us the journey from the beginning to now of Docline, and how Docline helps the health payer, such as Gov and insurance, to tackle their problem? Can you tell us more about that, your journey, and how you help your clients tackling their problem?
Okay, so regarding our journey, it's like I mean every startup. No, the first day you imagine a problem and you try to solve it, and then you realize that the market it's different, and of course you have to test and learn to adapt your solution and to find your product market fit. No, and this is what basically we did. The founders of the company, connecting with different stakeholders, with doctors, with pharmacies, with patients, with insurance, government, public institutions, etc. And basically, the main challenges we see in the sector, it's a global challenge, global challenges. We see that there is a shortage of doctors. Maybe we are not facing this challenge today in Morocco, but moving from let's say one healthcare system to another one. We are moving to universal healthcare. We will see this challenge in Morocco next years, and this is a shortage of doctors challenge. In Morocco, we have 30,000 doctors for a population of between 30 and 40 millions. And for example, in Spain, we have more than 300,000 doctors for a population of 50 million. So even in Spain, we have this shortage of doctors. The waiting list we see in Spain, even with the insurance premium product, it's between 6 and 8 weeks if you want to see a doctor. If you want to go, for example, to a dermatologist, you will have to wait between 6 and 8 weeks in private sector, and in public sector it's 5-6 months. So it doesn't make sense. So this is the challenges we see, for example, in insurance sector, and in public sector we see other challenges where I mean basic use cases. I mean there is a huge challenge, for example, in Morocco to digitalize the healthcare system. And definitely companies like Docline or other health techs, they can play an important role to help institutions.
Sure. What I like when I am talking to founders is like seeing a kind of a crystal ball. So what you are telling us, Omar, is that with the universal healthcare here in Morocco, we will be facing a shortage of doctors in the coming years. Knowing that Spain with 300,000 doctors are already facing these challenges now. So did you raise fund for Docline?
Yeah, we raise funds, and we have I think a very nice mix. I really like it because we have Spanish VCs, corporate VCs as well, and we have Moroccan VC. We are very, very happy to have Moroccan VC, and I can see that in this case the Moroccan VC it's really doing a great job. I'm not saying that because you are here and we all talking about this.
Yeah.
But
I will pay your lunch, your free lunch later.
No, but this is something I share and proudly to share with Spanish people. And Spanish entrepreneurs, and I say to him, listen, I have an experience with MTech, and the most important things is to have a VC hands-on, a VC helping in a lot of challenges, because you will face a lot of challenges as an entrepreneur during your journey, and it's very difficult, and to have someone with the right skills to help you. Not from a strategic perspective, because sometimes you need different profiles. You need someone to talk with him about strategic things. In our example, for example, we have Miriam in our board, and I have different conversation with her about strategy. But with Abdel, for example, we work a lot in operations, and this is something I really appreciate, and I share with the different entrepreneurs when they ask me about some advice and sharing my experience. And I say to him, listen, first of all, try to have in your cap table VCs hands-on, because it's going to be difficult. Your journey, it's going to be very complicated.
Thank you, Omar, for these kind words. But this would not be possible without our host, TAMWILCOM, which is one of our LPs and is hosting us today in this wonderful booth. Thank you for them, and thank you for your kind words. Let's come back to technology. How mature and what is the critical role of technology in your business? Is it really critical? Because we are talking a lot about healthcare. So tell us more about that and how this helps you solve your client's problem.
I mean, in our case, technology it's very critical. And let me give you an example, okay?
Yeah.
In our case, we have like a digital hospital, no, end to end. And one of our solutions is e-prescription, no? When you imagine e-prescription, you imagine a PDF, and the QR code, and you go to the pharmacy, and that's it.
Yeah.
No?
Just point and shoot, and magic happens.
Yeah. The use case, it's very complex.
Okay.
And it takes 2 years to develop it. It's compliance. It takes time to homologate it. Okay. And to think about use cases to integrate your solution, your technology with the industry. Because you should help the industry to integrate your solutions, plug and play, and to invest not too much money, not too much resources to integrate your technology. So technology, it's very, very important in our use case, in our industry, and we need to think about how our clients and how the industry could plug and play.
Consume the tech. Be it API, be it web, be it mobile. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you, Omar. One last question so we can... what are your current challenge? What is your vision for the future? If you have any final words to our audience here, what would you say? If you have a magical wand, what would you ask?
Our current challenge with this model, for example, with insurance companies and other clients, we see that 40% of the time of doctors, they invest 40% of their time in paperwork and admin tasks.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So our challenge, and this is something that we are already working on that. It's to help doctors, to help the community of doctors to use AI to be more productive. So we need to help them to reduce the stress, burnout, because they see, let's say, a lot of patients during the day. And this is one of the most important challenges we see in this sector. We need to be there. We need to bring a solution, and we need to help institution to make this digital transformation. No, so it depends on the market. In Spain, we have some challenges, and in Morocco, we see some similar challenges, but we see other challenges.
Sure. Thank you, Omar. Thank you for coming and sharing with you your insight. Very happy to have you there, and thank you for our audience.
Thank you so much.
Bonjour à tous. Hi, everyone. We're really happy to be here. What a wonderful day, right? I mean, Marrakesh is definitely the center of Africa today, the center of attention, and we're very happy to be here at the booth of our anchor investor, TAMWILCOM. Thank you so much for hosting us. We're very happy to be here with Amin Raji, founder of Spore Bio. What a wonderful day. So happy and so thrilled to have you with us. We know that you've been, pretty exposed in the European scene. But what do you think of this GITEX event? And let's say, what's the mood of the day?
Thank you so much, Simo. No, I have to admit that I'm super impressed by the organization here. We have nothing to envy of European or even American venues. I discussed with lots of investors and entrepreneurs from all around the world, and they were like super stoked about GITEX and the organization that we were putting in here. So really proud of my country today.
Amazing. So, well, Spore Bio is definitely kicking it. It's one of, let's say, the Moroccan-led deep techs. We have two Moroccan co-founders in this deep tech that is gaining a lot of attention all over the world. But what about, let's say, the story? What's the narrative? What really inspired Amin to, let's say, build this journey? We would love to give the chance to our audience to hear more about the story.
The story is that I spent all my life in the field of food and beverage manufacturing. I grew up in a family of Moroccan entrepreneurs in the field of food and beverage. So that's, I guess, where I fell in love with this industry. And then I joined Nestlé. I spent 6 years working for them, handling factories all around the world, mainly in Middle East and in Europe. And one common trait that I was seeing in every factory, from Nescafé, Nespresso, Vittel, Perrier, Maggi, was the microbiological testing. So microbiological testing is when you have to search for bacteria inside the product to make sure that it's not contaminated. It was always a pain for manufacturers, for me. And so I was seeing that, but to me there was only one solution, which was the reference method that everyone has been using and that everyone is complaining about. But for me it was the only solution possible. And then my last year at Nestlé, I was handling the 23 French factories in terms of compliance. And then a big scandal happened that I'm sure you're all aware of. It's the Buitoni frozen pizza case, where unfortunately, so frozen pizzas that we were manufacturing got contaminated by a bacteria, and several children died in Europe because of this contamination. And I was the one handling this crisis for Nestlé on the operational aspect, so not the PR and so on, but really back at the factory, handling the root cause analysis, trying to understand what exactly happened. And even in this crisis moment, where each time I was going to the factory, I had to dig all the journalists and all the police that was asking me results, we had to wait a week to get a result, because the conventional techniques that we use are super, super, super long to get a result. And it was 2022. I left Nestlé and I was like, it's not possible that in 2022, with all the new amazing technologies that we have, there is not a new thing that can solve this problem. And so I start studying the topic, and I had an amazing chance. And I think life is all about meetings and luck and chance and opportunities. And I met a researcher, a scientist from Institut Pasteur that you know really well, Maxime Mistreta.
Absolutely.
And he has been working on this technology, but for a completely different application in the medical field. I told him about my use case that was really manufacturing, industrial, quality control. He said, maybe there's something to be done. He left Institut Pasteur, I left Nestlé, and that's how Spore Bio was born.
Amazing. I think that we all got it. I mean, Spore Bio is definitely a technology willing to kick out the Petri box from the manufacturing floors. How the tech component that you're bringing to the table is definitely tackling your customers' challenges. Can you tell us a little bit more about the tech component and the IP behind Spore Bio?
Sure, that's really funny. When I started talking to VCs, they always try to put me in a box, like, are you a biotech, are you a hard tech, are you an industrial tech? The thing is, I don't care about all of that, and what's really important is solving the problem that you just mentioned. And to solve that, we need a wide range of different technologies, from photonics, hardware, machine learning, chemometrics, microbiology. And that was, I think, the trickiest thing that we had to do, is to build up all the portfolio of technologies, some that were already off the shelf, some that we had to develop from scratch, to be able to solve this really complex problem. So we have now 3 main verticals. Photonics, so basically we have built a machine that sends light on a sample and see how the light will interact with the sample. Machine learning, which is basically training model to recognize the spectral signature of bacteria. And the third point, which is microbiology, because we need a deep understanding of what exactly are we seeing in terms of bacteria, yeast, mold, and so on. And that's an expertise that obviously we have thanks to Maxime.
Amazing, amazing. So what about the ties between Spore Bio and Morocco? I mean, 2 Moroccan co-founders, a Moroccan VC sitting at the table. What, let's say, what Morocco is bringing as an additionality to Spore Bio going forward?
First, I think that Moroccan has amazing talents and minds. So we're really happy to have a team that is today based in Paris, but with such inspiring Moroccan scientists and entrepreneurs along the table, like my co-founder, like emerging tech in the cap table, and so on. when we first started, we really didn't think it that way. But the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm realizing that I was in Ben Guerir a few weeks ago, and I saw amazing Moroccan scientists. And each time you talk about them about entrepreneurship, they will tell you some B2B SaaS marketplace, like really business-minded thing, which is super nice. But I think that with all the resources that we have, deep tech is a new field where Morocco has a big role to play in the future, because we have amazing minds that could do that. And I'm really happy and proud to be somehow paving the way, because I feel there is not a lot of Moroccan doing this kind of things. Initially, everyone thought that I was a bit crazy and going into this scientific things and so on. But no, you're building really strong assets with a lot of IP. And the fact that I'm Moroccan, that one of my co-founders is Moroccan, you know that fundraising for us was always kind of special, because we were super lucky to have investors that understood what we wanted to do. So we had international investors from US, from Europe, that was always willing to put money. And we decided to go with you, Emerging Tech, as part of our cap table for two main reasons. For two main reasons. One, because you guys are smart, and we could see that you understood deeply what we are doing, but also because you're Moroccan, and that we're proud of this heritage, and that we think there is a big momentum that we can play with emerging countries, especially in Africa.
Well, it's definitely, let's say, a common destiny, because this is also the core of the thesis of MTech. We really believe that Moroccan talent should venture more and should venture in, let's say, critical topics like deep tech, where we believe that the impact could be transformational for the country. Any thoughts, any last words you would like to share with us?
No, really impressed by all the organization about GITEX. A big thank you to TAMWILCOM that is hosting us today, to Emerging Tech for all the amazing efforts that you're doing. The future of deep tech is bright, and let's be all part of it.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Hi again, everyone. We're really thrilled to have with us Yassine Muntasif, CEO and founder of Unissey. Yassine, how are you?
Hi everyone. Salam alaikum. So I'm very happy to be here. It's my first time in GITEX. I think it's like the third edition or fourth. True, the second one.
Just the second.
Okay.
But we have
it's very impressive for the second one. Like
we have it for 10 years. That's the great news.
So that's cool. That's very cool, because we need in Morocco also to have like a point for all the tech African. So it's a very good forum, and we can, as I see in Vivatech and all other ones in the world, we have a great potential here.
Amazing, amazing. So Yassine, I mean, the story of Unissey started 5 years ago. And once again, it's a very inspiring story led by a Moroccan diaspora entrepreneur. Can you tell us what inspired you initially? Can you share with us and with the audience the narrative of Unissey?
Before talking about the narrative, I can also talk about the story of Unissey. I remember when first time we met in 2020, Unissey is like a long journey of transformation and technological transformation. First, we were working on medtech. The first time that we met, we were working on baby prematures, and we had like a lot of pivots to find our market with our technology. So what motivates me daily in my company is like solving problems, using technology, using deep tech technology to solve today's problems. And we have a lot on our markets, because we shifted from premature babies to digital identity, and it's a very hard move. We are very lucky because we have great partners, MTech, that they help us doing this pivot. And today we focusing on the identity field with all the threat that we are seeing, like deep fakes, many of disinformation, and that's what we aim to work on it.
Amazing. Yeah, yeah, you're definitely right, Yassine. I mean, what is really interesting regarding your journey is that you were initially a health tech, willing to address an issue which is monitoring premature babies, and then you shifted to the cybersecurity industry. And what enables this shift actually is your technology component. Yeah. This is because you have a technology that is unique, yeah, and that actually can secure biometrics authentication. Can you tell us a little bit more about the technology you're holding and its intellectual property?
Yeah, for sure. So as you said, like we focusing on our core technology from the medtech, and we developed a lot of other technology for the identity market. So today we have like we're working on biometric, face biometric, but there is a lot of challenges on this solution because you have to be sure that the person, when you are doing a remote verification, that the person in front of your camera is a real one. Today we can see that there is a lot of threats. You can have, for example, put in a photo, a screen, a mask, silicone mask, or anything. And we are also seeing like virtual threats, for example, from deepfakes. I don't know if you saw on the journal, there is like 2 fraud, one in England and another one in South Korea with deepfakes, like 25 million fraud. The person, he has like a meeting call with many of his colleagues, and all the colleagues were frauders with deepfakes, so, and he lost 25 million. So there is a lot of threat on our markets, and we are focusing on our DNA. We are a tech company, deep tech company, and each year we are having a lot of IP, a lot of new features. For example, we are also working on the protection of minor protection, like with our only one face verification, we can say if it's minor or not, to address other markets. So we are bringing value to the society with technology.
Definitely. I mean, we definitely see the impact, and you're right. We believe that Unissey is gaining more and more exposure since the threat to identity is becoming a huge challenge, especially with the generative AI and the rise of deepfakes. What's your view on the Moroccan market opportunity?
Yeah, for the Moroccan market, we have a lot of potential for the Unissey and also for all the market, because we're seeing also like the emergence of neobanks with many applications. I think like the big banks in Morocco have all their applications at Tijari, CIH and other stuff. So digitalizing these sectors means also
the security.
Yeah, exactly, and depending also on all the automation and the digital stuff. So we need to prevent these neobanks from fraud. That's what we can help these banks, and we have like many opportunities also on other use cases. For example, KYC, e-signatures, authentication, payments, and I think like the difference between the French market or European market and the Moroccan one, maybe like on the frugality, which is like very easy to implement. And we saw it like, I think the second customer has implemented our solution on the market. So yeah, it's emerging markets and moving very fast.
Amazing perspectives, especially that we know also that Morocco will roll out a digital identity scheme. So many opportunities ahead, and we hope that Unissey will be part of securing, let's say, our identities in Morocco.
Yeah.
So what about the future? How do you see your next years going forward? If you had the magic stick, what would be Unissey in a couple of years?
It's a good question. Like for the next year, I think there is like 2 different levels for Morocco and for the world. for the Moroccan markets, our strategy is also to have like many talents possible in Morocco, because we are working on AI, on deep fake detection, on all this stuff, and we have great talents in Morocco. We're talking about like UMC Spee. It's a good university, and I think that we can make Morocco like an AI hub for many startups, and to be like the leader in Africa and in the MENA region.
And regarding this topic, I mean, Unissey is also now working on hiring some key talent in Morocco.
Exactly.
That's a great signal. I mean, having Moroccan talent in one of the leading biometric security deep tech in Europe is a great signal.
Yeah, we want also to like bring all this technology also to Moroccan market, because for the Unissey we spent like 5 years developing the product and working on the R&D team. So today we have like all the certification that the market needs. We have all like the technical requirement for our customer. And we are the leading company for example, for the liveness detection, deepfake detection, all stuff in Europe. So this technological upside, we want to bring it to the Moroccan market, and then see the African market also, because it's a huge market. We have to work on all the distribution stuff on it, and
Absolutely.
It's a different market. And for the other stuff, like for the European markets and the American markets, we have like worked on the deepfake detection, which is one of the biggest threat for the societies in, we can say, in the West, because as we all saw also during war, everything, there's a lot of disinformation. We need to check if what we are seeing in a screen, is it a pixel from a camera or is it a pixel generated with AI? And this question will be one of the hardest questions for all Western societies. So that is one of the biggest challenges that we are working on it. On France, for example, Europe, we are approaching by the governments because there is a big problem for also the journalists. Tomorrow, all the journalists need to check every picture that they receive. And so we have a bright future for Unissey and also for the Moroccan markets.
No, we definitely share your vision, and of course we're here to help introduce the technology in Morocco and more broadly to Africa.
Yeah.
Many thanks, Yassine, for being with us.
Yeah.
And all the best for Unissey.
And thank you, thanks a lot. And thanks to MTech, because I didn't give any word for MTech.
Please, of course.
Yeah, and before I finish, we talk about Unissey on the market. But for all the founders, all the entrepreneurs, they need to choose wisely their partners. I think that is very important. For my story, I'm a solo founder, so it's more important for me than the other co-founders. And I found on MTech one of, we can say, like late co-founder, because they talk with me many aspects on the strategic part, and even sometimes when I need like to share as an entrepreneur all the difficulties that we met. So for any inspiring entrepreneur, like your investors, your partners are the key major point for your success. Well,
thank you so much for this promotion. Thank you for your kind words.